Welcome back to the second half of action here at Chrisman High School. I'm Joseph Mackin here alongside Kevin Quigley, and we will be bringing you here the second half of action as your La Salette Lions hope to extend their lead even further in a big W here against the Chrisman Cardinals. Obviously, Chrisman High School, for those of you who don't know, right down the road from the Lions. How long of a drive was that? Like 20 minutes maybe?
Oh, it was less.
Not even. Like
not
15.
even, yeah.
Yeah, really close game there. Sorry, really close drive. I'm all in broadcasting mode, just saying everything about games here. Close drive there, so that wasn't bad. Lions here starting off the second half of play on defense. Number 11, Carson Lusaden drives in, and he's able to put two more up on the board, I should say, for the Cardinals. Joseph Deratola tries to get it over to Derwin Wilson, called out of bounds off the Lions, and so it'll be Chrisman basketball. Lions up right now by 11 points, 26-15.
I'm noticing right off the bat that Chrisman looks like they have more energy than they did the whole first half, and La Salette doesn't look like they're more or less. They look about the same, but we'll see if that parlays into any actual performance by the Cardinals.
Guess we'll see. Steven Deister here, pushing it up court to Joseph Deratola, to Joe Martin, back to Joseph Deratola again, back to Joe Martin again. Over to Steven Deister, and the Lions starting to play. I mean, we have to put a name, we have to give it a name, because it happens, it's not just happening in this game, it happens in a lot of other games, where they just pass the ball around and don't actually do anything. Like, what do we want to name that?
I don't know, because I think that what we're looking at right now is a little bit different, because most of the time they either score quickly or they start passing it around, and if they pass it around, they never make their shot. This game, they're passing it around, and they spend almost a minute passing around, and then they do make a shot like Joe Deratola just did. Because I noticed that earlier, they were passing around. I was thinking, oh boy, here we go, they're going to turn it over. Yeah. But then they made a shot.
Yeah, true.
So, but yeah, normally, I mean, I don't know.
I guess we'll come up with a name. We don't, we'll come up with a name. We'll have one by the next game. That's our promise. That's our promise to you. Here we go, number 35, Diaz Miller at the line here for the Cardinals. First free throw, no good. Second free throw falls. So the Lions up here by 13 points, 29-16, with 6 minutes and 39 seconds remaining to play here in the third quarter. Steven Deister pump fakes, drives baseline, hook pass over to Joe Martin. Derwin Wilson draws the foul off of number 12, Lincoln. That foul will be called on number 12, Lincoln. It's not coming up on the board, which I believe that is his second foul of the game.
No, that might actually be his third.
Yeah, it could be. They haven't updated it at all on the board right now. Joe Martin fires from three. That is good. So the Lions break 30 points right now. Great game here. They're up by 16 points. Joe Martin absolutely on fire. He has 17 of the Lions' 32 points so far tonight. Number 10, Tristan Linkle, down low, able to get that one to go. Lions trying to set up the offense here. Inside to Charles Prather, over to Joe Martin. Martin drives baseline, and he's fouled. Foul's going to be called on number 35, Diaz Miller.
So I'm glad that already just in the first 3 minutes we've seen 2 fouls called on Chrisman, because as that first half was winding down, Chrisman wasn't getting anything called on them. They were doing some pretty blatantly physical, like just contact with the Lions, and they weren't getting called for it.
Yeah, and if you look right now, for some reason on the board, the scoreboard, they're only calling 1 foul so far this quarter. I don't know why. It should be 2. Because Derwin Wilson was fouled in the corner.
Right.
And they didn't put that on there. That foul was on number 12. Huh. I don't know if the scores table, I don't know if the clock guy just didn't put it up there or what. Joe Martin drives in, number 35, Diaz Miller hits the deck, trying to draw a charge there, but instead he's called for the blocking foul. It'll be Lions ball out of bounds. Joe Martin catches it off the inbound. He is on fire tonight. 20 points already, not even halfway through the third quarter. And this is the way that we're gonna need Joe Martin to play in the regional tournament if we wanna go somewhere. The team isn't going anywhere without him, I'm serious. It's gonna take him playing like this, and it's gonna take Steven Deister playing like he did against Arthur. Joe Martin rains down another 23 points so far tonight. Next person after him is Steven Deister with 6 points. And the Cardinals are going to take a timeout.
Right, the Cardinals coach probably telling them that they have to shut Joe Martin down because he just hit 3 3-pointers in, I don't know, maybe a minute and a half.
Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely great game so far from Joseph Martin. And if there's one thing to take away from this, I mean, honestly, none of the other players in the Lions have been playing that great, have they?
No, I mean, like you saw it right there. It was Steve missed his layup, and then he and Charles Prather just kind of shuffled the ball between them. And so then even though they were making mistakes with that, they weren't able to come up with a clean layup. They got the ball to Joe Martin. He just covered up for them by hitting the 3. So, yeah, nobody else is playing tremendously. I don't know if we can really single out anyone that's having a bad night, but they're they're playing fine. They're just kind of stepping back and playing a supporting role tonight.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes it can be a tendency with the Lions, not all the time, but I think this is one of those games where they almost play to the level of the competition. I feel like obviously if Joe wasn't having that great of a game, this game could be neck and neck if the rest of the players play this way. But there's almost always one player, maybe 2 players who step up in a game. And they're really the reason that we either put it into I don't know, the next gear, so to speak. And so in a game like this, they really like pound the opposing team into the ground, or it's a situation where it's a good team, and so because 1 or 2 players play really well, we're able to really come together and you know, make it a close game, hopefully win it. Has there been a game that you can remember so far this season where the whole team has played really well?
Maybe Paris. Paris was just right. They were a much better team on paper than we were.
Yep.
And we crushed them. We beat them by 20 points. I think that was probably the whole team. It just seemed like no matter who got the ball, they were going to make the play. Whoever they were covering, they were going to stop them. So that's probably the best game, the best team game that the Lions have played so far this season.
I would say that Paris was the beginning of this sort of new phase for the Lions where they sort of, I don't know, they really came out and started playing much, much better than they had been earlier in the season. And ever since then, it's really been the same against both the Arthur games, here in the Chrisman game. What was another game that we played really well in?
University,
but I'm talking about after Paris.
Oh, after Paris. Oh, Arthur, both Arthur games.
Right, I already said that.
Okay.
Both Arthur games, this game. There was another one. There's another big one that we played really well in, I thought.
I mean, Danville, we got beaten, but I think that we definitely put up a good showing considering. We definitely, as a team, we played well. against Danville.
Yeah, I think so. Number 11, Carson Lusaden, drives in and does what he does best. He just kind of draws the foul off the shot there. First free throw is good.
Oh, well, the day before we played Paris, we played DeLand Weldon, and we won by almost 40 points. So that was really they were a pretty weak team, though. It wasn't really any stiff competition coming from them.
Yeah. Number 5, Omar Ortiz, bringing the ball up the floor here for the Lions.
I'm glad that Omar's back in the game because I was getting a little bit worried because he started the game, but then once he subbed out in the first quarter, he didn't come back in at all. But he's back in, which means that he's fine to play. He was just getting a break.
Yeah, he's always the player that you kind of have to worry about just because of that knee injury, which has been so persistent over his years here. Joe Martin, also very persistent this game, drives in, and he gets his 25th point of the night here. Number 11, Carson Lusaden, hits a 3 of his own. Lions up now 15 points, 40-25, with just over 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Coach Spazey is going to call a timeout. Not quite sure what he wants to talk over. I'm thinking it's probably the fact that the Lions did just let Carson Lusaden score there. I'm not quite sure what it is.
That was what I was thinking, just that, yeah, their defense was set so far back. He had a lot of time. He just took the ball. He got the ball and then just kind of calmly set his feet and then shot that 3 without really anyone even coming up to him. So, yeah, that's probably what he wanted to reinforce, just that you have to play, tight defense even when we're up with a big lead like this. And just look at the scoreboard. I mean, Chrisman scored 25 points, and 18 of those are coming from Carson Lusaden. So of all people to leave open, he's definitely not the player that you want.
Right, yeah, obviously Carson Lusaden here accounting for 18 of the Cardinals' 25 points. So huge, dominant figure on the other end of the court. Eamon Martin, just something in the blood. He hits a 3 there.
Coach Spazian not happy that Omar was not going all the way to the other end of the court, and he got tangled up right there and committed the foul.
Chrisman working the ball around. It doesn't really seem like there are many. I was about to say it doesn't really seem like there are many other players on the team except for Carson Lusaden who can shoot the ball. And then I realized, oh man, I jinx stuff way too often when I say stuff. I just need to stop saying stuff until after somebody shoots the ball. Joe Deratola gets the ball over to Omar Ortiz. Cardinals trying to up the tempo right now in the game. Their coach on the sideline trying to get them, up and moving again, trying to, like I said, up the tempo. Clock winding down here in the third quarter, 40 seconds remaining. Joe Martin drives inside, met with some tough resistance there. He gets back out to Joseph Deratola. They've got time to score here before halftime, before the end of the third quarter. Timeout called here by Coach Spezia. So the Lions have 13.6 seconds to do something here. I guess we'll see what they do. Joe Martin has been absolutely on fire so far this game, 25 points, so maybe just funnel the ball to him and just kind of have him take it away for you.
Coach Spezia drawing up the game plan for the final play of the third quarter. Joe Martin will inbound the ball. Steve Deister still sitting on the bench. He's been there for a couple minutes since Omar subbed in for him.
What did they even call? Did they call a travel there?
They must have, because they gave the ball back to Chrisman. I mean, that's the second time that Joe Martin's basically run into someone and not been called.
Yeah, he's really, I mean, he should have even more points when you take into account all the free throws that he should have had. Nice job, Joe Martin able to steal it there. Clock winding down, Joe goes up, one last shot, no good. So going into the fourth quarter here, the Lions are up 43-28. That's 15 points, if I'm not mistaken. You're the math guy.
Yep.
All right, good. So Lions will talk some stuff over here before going into the fourth quarter. What do you think we're going to see in the fourth quarter? Do you think that we're going to see Coach Spezia try to take it into the next gear here and just put this team away by even more? Or do you think that we're going to see him get some of the younger guys into the game?
I don't know. I was thinking about it, and I just can't. I think that the game isn't quite far enough away yet that he will put the subs in. Maybe once we get into 3-minute range, if we're still up by 20-plus points, he will, because the Chrisman coach will probably do the same. But I think at least for the first half of this last quarter, the Lions will still be pushing their foot on the accelerator, trying to just widen that margin, just kind of put the game away before it's over.
Chrisman inbounds here. Beautiful. Number 12, Lincoln, talking to the referee. He wasn't very happy with that call. And we're going to have a technical foul. I told you he was amped up.
Yep. And, I mean, it's just kind of like a sign. Earlier in the third quarter, someone went to, I think it was Joe Martin actually shot the ball. And so on the behind one side of the baskets, there's a bunch of pictures of all the senior athletes for Chrisman. Yeah. And the ball went off. It hit Lincoln's poster and knocked it off, and it went on the floor. Okay. And I was thinking, wow, that's just kind of like symbolic of the way that he's playing right now. Really annoyed, just fouling, and then he does get teed up.
Steven Deister misses his free throw. Second one is good. Referee still talking here with the head coach and number 12, Lincoln. Got a very annoyed fan here on the sideline. Looks like it's heating up. He just yelled to the referees, and I quote, "You suck."
I heard the referee go over to the coaches and say that if Lincoln said one more word, he said, I saw him, I could read his lips, he said if he says one more word, he's gone. But he did keep his mouth shut, so he avoided a second foul.
Yeah, I've seen him very amped up, very, bottled up here. From the beginning of the game when his team started going down, so did his attitude, and he sort of started just to get really annoyed, and I saw him playing not aggressive as far as like trying really hard, but like just trying to annoy some of the guys on our team. And so ever since then, he's been, back talking and all that stuff. So that's where that situation's at. Derwin Wilson comes away with the rebound there from the missed shot. Lions go up 46-28. Chrisman, number 35, Diaz Miller inside, no good. Got a foul there on number 15, Eamon Martin. Number 11, Carson Lusaden there. He's got 18 points so far tonight and hoping to pick up more at the free throw line.
Eamon does get left in the game while 2 other players are subbed out. Jody Artola and Duran Wilson both come out for Charles Prather and Joe Martin.
Carson Lusaden hits his free throw. Lions are up now by 15 points, 46-31. Clock winding down here. We've got 6 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
Lions still holding on to a 15-point lead. They haven't really pulled away yet.
Foul here is going to be called on number 20, Marion Conway. Jody Artola spins off and misses the three-pointer. I don't know why Charles didn't grab that with both hands.
I think he went up, and he went up too early, so he was coming down already. And the only thing he could do was like touch it with his one hand, and so he just kind of tipped it out of bounds.
Huh. Maybe he thought there was somebody else behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Conway misses the three-point shot. Rebound by his teammate, Connor Taylor, under the basket. Many opportunities there. No good on any of them. Joe Martin bringing the ball on the floor here for the Lions. Eamon Martin left open in the corner, fires and hits from three. He is not the guy who you want to leave open around the three-point arc there. Yeah, not the guy you want to leave open.
I think they just actually gave those points on the scoreboard to Joe because they don't have Eamon's number up there, and Joe's number was flashing, so Joe's still sitting at 25 points. Eamon's probably at about 8 by now.
Yep. Sounds about right. It's funny because in the second half, the referees have been calling more on Chrisman. And so the fans and players like number 12 Lincoln have been getting really just kind of fired up about it. You know, in the first half, they really weren't calling very much. And now they've started to come out and call a lot more. So the fans are starting to get, or at least one of the fans in particular, starting to get sort of upset about it. When in reality, they're starting to call now. It's not like they're calling anything excessive or anything like that. Out of bounds off of the Lions, it'll be Chrisman ball. Inside, number 35, Diaz Miller. Nice score there from him. No foul called, so Lions ball here on offense. Eamon Martin drives inside, and Diaz Miller is going to be called for the blocking foul. He actually has quite a few fouls, I believe, on the game so far. This might be his third or fourth. It's his third of the game.
That's his second blocking foul, though. He set up twice and hasn't come away with anything either time.
So number 12, Lincoln, back into the game now. Steven Deister goes up, no good. Charles Prather takes a hard hit to the floor. He gets up all right. Down at the other end here, we have number 20, Marion Conway. He doesn't make it, but number 11, Carson Lusaden, right there to put it back. And just like that, this game is, you know, more close than it has been. 49-37, a 12-point game. Eamon Martin comes away with it. Tries to pass up court to Steven Deister. Isn't able to get that. Out of bounds. Off of Amon, and it'll be Chrisman ball. I believe Chris Page is probably going to sub him out right now. He does for Omar Ortiz.
We're waiting for someone to come out and dry up the sweat that fell on the ground after the Chrisman player hit the court.
Good job there, Luke Pedri. Excellent manager for the Los Salette Lions. I've trained him very well. It's always the home team's job. So whenever there's water on the floor, it's the home team's job to clean it up. There we see Luke Pedri taking the initiative there. Chrisman unprepared. They don't have a towel ready. So Luke Pedri is there to clean up the mess. Lions lucky they didn't get that stolen from them. Charles Prather goes up. That looked like it could have been a foul. There was definitely contact on the arm. Lions go up 14 points here, 51-37. Chrisman down the other end. Let's see what they can do. Number 35, Diaz Miller inside, isn't able to get anything. He took a hard hit there, slow to get up. We've got a foul called on number 20, Marion Conway, down at the other end. Fans on the other end getting upset.
Diaz Miller immediately left the court after the play stopped, and looks like he's getting checked out by the trainer.
Steven Deister under the basket. Gets that one to go. His first points in a while now. Foul's going to be called there on number 24, Joseph Diaratola.
The Lions' fouls this game have really just been spread out really evenly throughout the players, because that's their sixth fouls a team, but so far no one is up to 3 fouls. Even the players that foul a lot, like Omar or Derwin, they still don't have more than 2. So
yeah, and that's what we're going to need to see if we want to, in the regional. We can't have any players like we did in the beginning of the season fouling out because they get in foul trouble early in the game, where they just accumulate fouls over the course of the game. We're going to need to see the Lions just doing what they are right now. If you're gonna foul in the game. You're not going to come away from the game with no fouls. And sometimes it's the smart thing to do to foul. And so they're going to need to do what they do now and spread the fouls out over the course of the game so that nobody gets in foul trouble. And I don't believe the Lions have put the Cardinals in the bonus so far this game, have they?
No, they didn't. The Cardinals had 5 fouls in the first half, and the Lions had 6. So neither team so far has been in the bonus all game.
Steven Deister streaks to the basket and scores. Lions go up 55-39. 16-point lead here for the Lions. Joe Martin down the other end. Isn't able to get that to go. Joseph Diaratola there for the putback. Lions go up 57-39. 18-point lead here for the Lions. Clock winding down. We're just over 3 minutes, and this is the point in the game where we could probably look to see some of the younger guys from both teams getting put in.
Right, the Lions 2 points away from hitting the 20-point mark for their lead. They're up right now at 18 points, 57-39. And, yeah, I think that we'll definitely, at least from Chrisman, we'll probably see the younger guys go in relatively soon.
Joseph Diaratola gets it off the inbound. Lions trying to work something out here, trying to put the ball in the hoop yet again. Any score here would put the Lions up by 20 or more. Joseph Martin just takes it into his own hands and fires from 2-point range, putting the game at 20 points now. 20-point deficit here for the Cardinals. Under the hoop, nothing called. Number 20, Marion Conway shoots the three and hits it. And we're going to have an over and back called here on the Lions. Timeout, Coach Spezia.
I mean, I don't know if I've really noticed any other varsity games for La Salette where there's been an over and back just on a play like that. Like,
yeah.
I mean, we've seen it with going in and out of bounds, but actually just passing it behind the half-court line. I don't know if I've seen it at all this season.
Yeah, that really speaks to just the Lions' discipline on the court. They've really played really well doing that so far. You know, just the discipline aspect. They've really put in the work in practice, and obviously that translates and goes over into the games as well. So the cheerleaders here were throwing these red balls into the stands for their stands, and I guess it bounced off one of the bleachers and came onto the court, and Hugh O'Neill, one of the head crazies, ran out there like it was $1 million and grabbed it. Super happy. He offered to like give it back to one of the cheerleaders, and she was like, no, you can keep it. And so he was super excited, and all the crazies were too. Just a little insight into the game here on the court. Well, not the game, but what's going on, the action here on the court. Chrisman inbounds here. It's going to go out of bounds off of number 20, Marion Conway. Lions ball out of bounds here. Steven Deister bringing the ball up the floor, gets it over to Derwin Wilson. Derwin pump fakes, decides not to, gets it over to Joe Martin. Joe drives inside and shoots, no good. Derwin Wilson comes away with the rebound, and there's going to be a foul called here.
On Chrisman.
On number 12. On number 12, Lincoln. That's his fourth of the game.
But it's gonna be bonus free throws, I think. Yeah, the referee just said it's a 1-on-1.
Surprised I haven't heard any complaints so far from the fans over there.
Matthew Romero and Gus Blood check into the game for Steve Deister and Charles Prather. So the upper echelon of the bench, I guess you could say, coming in for the starters.
First free throw is good from Derwin Wilson. Derwin has 3 points so far tonight. Man, those little kids can really make noise. Derwin Wilson hits his second free throw as well, so the Lions up now by 19 points. We're gonna have a foul called on number 24, Joseph Deratola.
Well, that's 2 fouls after that foul by number 13, Romero. So 2 fouls in about 10 seconds. And that does put the Cardinals into the bonus. So now we'll see the inevitable going to the line and fouling as the game winds on.
Just Linkle hits his first free throw. Gets a chance at the second here. Second free throw is good as well. So let's see if the Lions can extend their lead here. They're up by 17 right now. Matthew Romero tries to pass inside to Gus Blood. Gus not ready for the pass. Inside number 12, Lincoln, no good. Second chance opportunity from Lincoln, no good either. Joe Martin comes away with the rebound. Joe fighting against number 20, Marion Conway there. And the Lions back at it here in the half court on offense. Gus Blood's second pass that he drops. Luckily for the Lions, it's going to go out of bounds off number 11, Carson Lusaden.
Father Carlisle calls a full timeout for the Lions. I'm not really sure what exactly he wants to emphasize right now with a minute left that they don't want to wait until the game's over, but probably just some final words from Coach Spazio for how to finish off this game. Lions up right now by 17 points, 61-44, with a little over a minute left.
So the Lions up here, 17 points over the Chrisman Cardinals. It'd be nice to finish it off 20 or more. Up by 20 or more. I guess we will see. Derwin Wilson trying to inbound, gets it into Gus Blunt. That's surprising because he was able to make that catch with both that was a hard one to make too. He had two defenders on him, but he wasn't able to make the first two, which were a lot easier. So he'll head to the free throw line as a foul is called on Chrisman. That foul called on number 50, Connor Taylor. Gus's first free throw is good. Gus is a surprisingly good free throw shooter for a big man. I would say he's probably even better than Charles Prather is. Just as in the limited free throw opportunities that he's had. Second free throw, no good.
You jinxed it.
I know I did. I should just stop complimenting the Lions in any way and just degrade them. Because then in that way, at least I don't know, won't jinx anything. Foul called here on the Lions. That foul is on number 22, Derwin Wilson, his second of the game. And like you said, so here we have it. 8 fouls here on the Lions in the half. Not a good look, obviously. We put the other team in the bonus right now. But Derwin Wilson just fouled, and he only has 2 fouls.
Right,
really spread out fouling here for the Lions, which is a lot better than, highly concentrated fouling. Taylor gets his free throw. Derwin Wilson inbounds to Joe Martin. All the way up court to Matthew Romero. Wide open into the basket. Goes up, no good. Gus Glove right there for the putback. Lions up by 17. Clock winding down, 30 seconds remaining here. Ball chucked up by Chrisman, no good. And number 50, Connor Taylor there for the putback. Darryl Wang into the game now. You can tell now with the, like you said, as you said, what was it, the upper echelons? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Of the Lions team not into the game right now. The Lions are finding it hard to break this Cardinals full court press. Here we will see some of the lower echelon players of the Chrisman team getting put in. Number 14, Jonathan Neal, and number 45, Garrett Wells.
Crazy's chanting Darryl Wang. I think they want to see him shoot. And he'll get the chance from 3.
No good. Clock winds down. And just like that, the Lions defeat the Chrisman Cardinals by 15 points, 64-49. A phenomenal game here from Joseph Martin. He had 27 tonight, and no other player even close. I believe Steven Deister is the next after him. He maybe had 8. And so Joe Martin really carries this Lions team away to victory. What a game here. The Lions played very well. controlled themselves on fouls, did a decent job on defense. And so that, just like that, that's the final game of the La Salette regular season. But this year, for the first time in Lions history, we have a playoff season, so to speak, playoff time coming up here on Saturday at 5 o'clock. The Lions take on Tri-County, a team that they lost to earlier this season, and so it should be an interesting game. I know for a fact, just because a lot of my classmates play on the team, that this team is ready and amped up. They're ready to go. First ever playoff game for the La Salette Lions, and they're excited for it. So here we go. Final game of the regular season over. 64-49 victory for the Lions here. Be sure to join us on Saturday at 5 o'clock p.m. Central Time, and we will be bringing you that game. Be sure to join us again for the first playoff game in La Salette history. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Have a good night.